Hi, guys. My name is Roger, and ever since I was a teenager, I've always wanted to build my own car. I started this channel to see if an average person, like me, can design and build their own mid engine car. If you like what you see here in my videos, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you know someone who you think might be interested in my videos, please share the videos with them. I'll be adding a new video every week, and with that out of the way, let's get started with this week's video.
Just a couple of quick things. You saw me remove the back glass out of the rear hatch here from the Corvette C7. This is the hatch without the glass in it. And here is the glass. And it was a little bit of trouble to get out, but not too bad. The hardest part was there was 2 rows of urethane glue here, so cutting through both of those was a pain in the butt. But I'll take a razor blade and clean all of that urethane off of that glass and get it ready to reuse. Then I'll take it and have it 3D scanned so I can have an accurate computer model. Also, you saw me disassemble and weld on this door some. I have it completely welded on all the joints inside and out, and all of the outside surfaces where the door panels will touch the frame are ground smooth. So I think this side is complete for now, and we will move on to the other side, the driver's door. And the first thing we will do is install this hinge mount. It's just sitting here on this shim. This is the correct height for it. So we've got to drill the holes and mount that, and then we can start working on the hinge for this side. Now you can't see what I'm doing over here. I'm kind of hidden behind the car, so I want to give you a little daily update. This is what I accomplished last night. I got the door hinge mounting bracket. I drilled the holes and bolted it to the car. I've started assembling the hinge, drilled and mounted the this beveled gear to the door hinge here. Next, I've got to finish the assembly in this area and mark where I need to notch out here for a clearance for a collar that goes on the end of a shaft. And then once I have that notched and cleaned up, I can go ahead and start doing final assembly on this hinge. Just a quick little update from the work we did last night. I finished assembling this door hinge. Got all of the pieces attached, lubricated, all of the set screws, or the shafts dimpled for the set screws, and everything completely fully assembled and mounted to the car. So this hinge is ready to accept the door. And I guess tonight I'm going to start on cutting the door panels out of the aluminum pieces. We'll start shaping the aluminum pieces to the correct size and cutting the panel pieces out and get all of the pieces ready to start assembling the door. All right, we finally have the main frame pieces cut. Everything is cut to the right angle, all the gaps. measured and cut, and everything is clamped down here into place. The only pieces that are missing are the ends on both ends up there in this corner, because they are at an angle. I can't clamp them down flat to the table and hold everything in the correct position. So we will weld this part of the frame up first and add those last two pieces. But you can see I've got these clamps, wooden clamps here, screwed down to the table to hold everything in the correct position. And that will hold it secure while we tack weld it. And we can flip it over and tack the other side and then start doing our finer welds. That's what I'm using to fixture this to hold it into place. And I have double checked all my measurements, and we are ready to start welding. Well, we have part of the driver's door done. The hinge is assembled, attached to the car. This plate that attaches to the door is not welded on yet. It's just sitting on the shaft. But we have the main part of the frame all welded and assembled. Everything is together except the top pieces, which we will make and install once the door glass is in, so we can fit those correctly with the glass. There are two mounts that go at the bottom of the door for the door regulator to attach to. I have those made, but they're not welded to the glass yet. And I have this spacer here attached to the car with a line drawn on it where the door mounts. It's sitting on that line. It's in the correct position. So this is getting close to start mounting. But before I start mounting this door to the hinge, I have a linear actuator, a motor basically, ordered that's supposed to come in later today or tomorrow to try to use to open and close these doors instead of doing it by hand. I'd like to motorize them, and I want to experiment with that on the driver's door and see if that's going to work or not, see if it's going to be strong enough to open the door, what I can do about the transition time, how long it takes to open the door and close the door, and just to be sure that it's going to work for me or not before I actually finish this and weld this door to the hinge, because those things whether I open it by hand or use a linear actuator kind of affects the position of this piece welded on this shaft. So I'm going to wait and hold off on that. But we made good progress on this door, a lot faster than the other side for sure, but it's easier to do the second one once you know all the measurements, of course. And I think we're at a good stopping point today, and next thing I'll be doing is working with this linear actuator to see if it's going to be something we can use or not. And once I work that out on the driver's door, then I'll come back over and start finishing up here on the passenger's door. But that's it for today, and I'll see you again next week.